Okay. Good morning. Welcome to this, gosh, what day is this? Wednesday? Wednesday edition of
Wednesday.
Going On Daily. I am your host, Becky. I'm here with Miss Darcy, fellow Canadian. Welcome.
Yes,
Good
exactly.
morning.
Amazing.
So this is an interesting show today. It took a big change last night, or afternoon, whatever it was, when we got the news of Ozzy Osbourne's death.
Mhm. That's right.
Heartbreaking. Are you a big Ozzy fan?
No,
Mhm.
not really, but back in the days, this is the jacket I got. So I was 14 years old, my very first job. I had my paycheck and I went and got this leather biker jacket. Because this guy I liked was a into heavy metal rock, and Ozzy Osbourne was always on his t-shirts. It's so
Oh, wow. That
crazy.
jacket is from when you're 14?
14. This is over 40.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna say
you're
it.
aging
I
yourself.
almost said my age.
That
That would be
jacket's over
crazy.
10 years old.
Exactly. Over 10 years old. You know what? They don't make things that last this long anyways anymore. This
Oh,
is real.
like,
And
it looks
to be
current.
honest, this is made in Canada. That's why this
Oh,
high
amazing.
leather Montreal. Yeah.
Amazing. It looks trendy. Like, it
It
looks
is trendy.
current.
My daughter keeps trying to steal it from me. That's what she took it to university and I didn't see it for 4 years. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now it's back. I love it, and I keep hearing this little, like, squeak, squeak
Of
from
the
it.
leather,
I
yeah.
love it. That's awesome. I can't believe you bought that at 14. That's wild. My daughter's 14. I can't even imagine her having things for like 2 years. She needs to replace them right away.
Isn't it
Wow.
crazy? That's so funny. I know. That's the first thing I thought about when, like, it took you, you know how music takes you back?
Yes.
And that just took me back. And I'm thinking, oh, what if I could find that jacket? I got it, It's just like, that's a tribute. This is the guy that I really was into. And I bought a jacket for him because Ozzy Osbourne, that I had listened to his songs. And yeah.
So, Ron, yes, the comments are showing up. Well, all your comments. I don't know if other platforms are, but from YouTube, they are for sure. So did you end up with that boy then, the 14-year-old Aussie
No,
fan?
you know
No.
what? Because think about what I did for him, right? That's
Right?
what you do. You always do things for the boys,
Yeah,
then
of course.
they don't show up.
And
Yeah.
they do nothing.
Exactly.
Okay. That's okay because you got this adorable jacket out of it that still fits you. That's the other thing. Like me at 14 and me now is like a much different person, much different size. So,
Is
Ron
the
says
creaking
boys
too
too.
loud?
What, sorry?
Is the leather too loud?
No, I love it. It's just like the perfect squeak.
I know, and it still smells so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get craftsmanship like that now. That's for sure. That
No.
must have been expensive as well. Like you
Yeah,
saved
well,
up
it was
your
my whole paycheck. I was
Oh my gosh.
coaching. I was, well, junior coach when I was 14 in gymnastics, and yeah,
Oh,
just
wow.
picked it up and went and purchased it. My parents had to drive me to the store.
Right. When I was, a little bit older, I think I was probably about 16, a girlfriend and I were walking around West Edmonton Mall, and, because that's super close to our house, and, this guy from this leather store stopped us and, like these Middle Eastern working leather stores and these young girls, and they're like, "Come in, come in." And
Mhm.
we were young, we're like, "Okay, I guess." And he was just like, "You guys get jobs here. You come work for us." And I'm thinking like, my parents would never let me. Number 1, work for some guy, number 2, like, work all the way in the city. Like, no, it would never happen. But my friend took that job, and
Mm.
she worked there for, like, a year. She had all kinds of beautiful leather pieces after that. Like,
Mhm.
she still has those leather jackets again. I graduated 20-ish years ago. She still has those leather pieces, and because when they're quality, they last.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're beautiful.
like the ones my daughter would order some supposedly leather from, online, show up, and I'm like,
Right.
"What is that?"
Yes, that is rubber. Yes, pleather. I have my fair share of pleather for sure. Nothing really leather. Not that I'm against it or anything, I just don't have anything. Cheap,
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, we could get off topic all day. We are talking about Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne, and just happened so fast. I didn't even realize that, yeah.
Yeah, now are there details about how it happened yet?
Not
Have you
yet, 'cause I didn't really see the details, but
Mhm. Ron gotta have a Michael Jackson leather coat. Is that red one leather, though? It looked very plasticky to me.
yeah,
Yeah, Ozzy, 76 years old. I mean, realistically, 76 is not that old.
no, no.
Like, not at all. Like, 96 would have be more
Mhm.
appropriate, even 86, but 76 seems pretty young. Now, I'm sure he had a very hard life. Drugs and alcohol are not easy on a body.
Oh, that definitely
Oh.
was a contributing factor, of course. I mean, did you ever see the Osbourne show? The
Yes.
Osbournes?
Yes.
I
That was
don't
a
think
ridiculous show, and yet I
I
loved it.
he just wandered around. He just
Yeah, and that was 20 years ago.
I know.
So, at 56, he was that, like, checked out. That show was hilarious, yes, it absolutely was.
Mhm.
It was kind of in the early days of reality shows as well.
Yes, it
So,
definitely was.
to see, like, a family just yell and swear at each other, um, it was a little dysfunctional, and yet we loved it, and I mean, I think it just set the precedent for, like, all kinds of dysfunctional reality shows
Yeah,
after
it
that.
definitely did, yeah. And
Uh
it was, epic for Sharon though, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, it really
Sharon
launched her
was quite
career
the
after that.
businesswoman. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, she became, like, hosts of all kinds of things after that, where before, like, did anybody even really know about Sharon?
No,
Not much, just
no.
Ozzy's wife kind of from the sideline, or even his kids. Not that his kids are really doing a whole lot. I would say, his daughter probably has a bit of stuff going on. She's had major, um, face changes as of late. She looks very
Mhm.
beautiful as of late. But yeah, just, he seemed like a cool guy, seemed like a cool family, and this is crazy timing, just, like, right after his farewell tour. So it's almost like, his he knew, like, it because they did this huge farewell thing, like, 2 weeks ago, had
Mhm.
tons of bands and singers and stuff come out and do tributes for him, and then he passes away. So to me, it's almost like he knew that he was on his last legs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is, right? You get your final,
Mhm.
your little you pull up and you wanna go out on a high.
On
Yeah.
a high note, but that makes
Mhm.
me think too, if he was sick, let's say, uh, how did he get himself to do a huge show like that? Just pulled it together for one last show and then, maybe even paid for it afterward, right? With your health, I know there are days if I overdo it, I'm paying for it for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ron says at least he was able to do that. Yeah, for sure, and
Mhm.
that was a crazy tribute show as well, so,
Yes.
um, terrible story. It was shocking yesterday to hear it,
Mhm.
sad news. I mean, unfortunately, this is life, people pass, but, it sucks when it's someone you like, you know?
Mhm, mhm. And exactly, it's just with everything of what that show because it brought a lot of, like, my generation out and talking about that because we hadn't talked about that since, for years. Rock, man, music, heavy rock, heavy metal,
Yeah.
Well, so then you just started, the chatter started up, and I was actually on the GO train going down to Toronto when
Mhm.
the news broke, so the whole GO train, like,
Oh, I
all
bet.
through it.
Just
Yeah.
started talking about it, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ron is saying Connie Francis died. I'm not sure who Connie Francis is. But I know you were saying 2 other big ones, Malcolm Jamal Warner from, of course, the Theo Huxtable
Your hugs.
died the other day in a drowning accident in Costa Rica. I really don't know who Connie Francis is. I'm sorry, Ron, but maybe send me what older country singer. Oh, that's why I don't listen to country
Yeah.
music. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean, people die every
Mhm.
day, every second of every day. And like I said, when it's a celebrity, then it gets kind of like, oh, like you almost feel like you knew that person.
Yes, because it puts you in the space where you were at that time,
Yeah,
right? So it's kind of
totally.
like part of your history. It brings you back. Like this brought me back to
Mhm.
being 14 years old.
Aw.
So it's just, yeah, it does that. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, rest in peace, Ozzy. You will be missed. I'm sure there'll be all kinds of tributes
Oh,
again over
for
the
sure.
next
I
little while,
definitely,
for
yes.
sure. All right, social media promo. Tell me about that. I have no idea what to even expect here with your topic.
My social media promo.
Oh, I keep doing this, Ron. You need to word it differently. I did this on the last show too. I'm like, oh, everyone's talking about social media. Okay, ignore me. Uh, I'm Becky, and it's too early for me. Okay, check us out on Rhode Island Broadcasting on Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. You can watch us live as well on Twitch at RA_broadcasting. And see right under me, these guys here, these four.
Yes.
These are where you can watch us live every day. Now, if you can't watch us live at 8 a.m. Mountain Time or 10 a.m. Eastern Time, you can check us out on after the fact at Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. So that one you can just listen. You won't be able to see our video, but you can listen. And then, of course, we're on all of these other
Yeah.
channels, platforms
All the
under
links.
me. Some I've never even heard of other than the show, U42, Parlor, Gab,
Yeah.
Space Hey, LinkedIn. Well, LinkedIn, I know. MeWe, Blue Sky. I don't even know what this Odyssey, I think is this guy. TikTok. And then, of course, Patreon. You can support our show at RI Broadcasting. And then
Mhm.
over there under Darcy is X, Twitter at Broadcasting RI. Now, we have made a new Facebook page, so go easy on us. It doesn't have a lot of followers yet. Unfortunately, we got 10,000 scrubbed,
Just like
10,000
that.
followers scrubbed like nothing.
Mhm.
Ron just lost everything, every photo, every memory he had just gone. But we have a new one going on Daily Morning Show on Facebook. Soon we'll be able to go live there. We just have to prove that we're an account that's real. So it's going to be 6 weeks. So we probably only got 2 more weeks here, and then we can start going live. And finally, you can support the show on our website at rhodeislandbroadcasting.net. So next time I'm on the show, I will remember that we do a social media promo, and that's not a segment. Okay, so that's a mouthful. Got it all out.
Got it
Now you
all.
have a story about customer service.
The customer service, is it customer service? I don't know, that's the trending topic right now. It's all about, um, the automation, right? The customer
Yeah,
service. I mean, I can make a purchase or I can do something, and the next thing you know, I haven't even got it, and I'm getting a survey,
yeah.
what I like.
Like,
I'm
how
not
was
sure.
your service?
Yeah, how was the service? What do you think? Would you order it again? Would you let people know? I'm like, how about I just get the product first?
Mhm.
I just think that they're getting stuck in all the automation, and they're not really. You're feeling like they're. I don't know. They're like you're feeling like, okay, so it's quick and easy, and you're getting your ticket, right? So if you have a complaint
Mhm.
or you need customer service, you need a help, you're getting a ticket, or you can chat in the chat box with the
I
chat
hate the
bot.
chatbot.
But I
I
mean,
hate it.
the chat bot only has a couple of titles, and if you don't know if that's not what you want, then you're going around and then you're circling, and then they say, so you spend just as much time in the old days when you used to get on the phone and you get passed on, passed on,
Mhm.
right? You never really got to speak um, to someone. I mean, you would have to say your story over and over again to that
Right?
department head, and then it would get passed on. This way, you just go into the bot and you're looking for your answer, and if they don't have it, then you have to. I don't know. Sometimes I've given up.
The
So
bot
I
is
don't know.
frustrating. I don't want a bot. I want a human being. So I'm always like this, talk to a person, or if it's like a phone automated one, talk to someone and they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
what's someone would you like to talk to?" I'm like, "I literally do not care. I just like press buttons."
Yeah.
Eventually someone will come on the phone and then they can direct you from there.
Yeah, I push 0 like a crazy person. I'm just pushing 0.
They're
"I'm
like on the other
sorry,
line.
that's not recognized." And I'm like, "Oh, you're not sorry at all, are you?"
No, they're not. Rana's saying that Facebook can't even be reached. Yeah, no. They're not even bots there. It's just this is the issue.
Mhm.
Goodbye. We
Yeah,
scrubbed your account. Too bad. Goodbye.
that's it. There's nothing they can do about it. I know. And so that's what I'm saying is why do they even call it customer service? Because I don't know
No.
who they're servicing,
That's true.
right? It's like one bot to another maybe that I don't know, but as far as that, it's kind of, it's a topic. It's a high trending topic right now for 2025 is what's customer service, and then you have actually the service industry itself when you're actually going out. I
Mhm,
don't think they could call it a service industry or a customer service industry anymore. They can
mhm,
just call it a service industry. Because the customer service you're getting out there, um, and you have to pay for it is not service anymore.
mhm.
Remember back in the day when they said customers were always right? Because they wanted to help you and they wanted to please you? And that's gone. And maybe I'm
Mhm.
dating you because we used to be right.
No, no, it's for sure. 100%. I just remember growing up, like, getting my first job at 14, working for Sears, in the catalog department, so I was dealing with customers nonstop. Like, I knew the expectation, like, you better treat everybody with respect. They are
Mhm,
always right. Do not argue with anybody. Plus, I mean, that's not really my style anyway, but it's like you wanted to go out of your way to give them the best service possible. Because number 1, my parents would beat my ass if when I got home if I
mhm,
didn't. And then the owner, who was my parents' friend, that's her business, and that would
mhm.
make her look bad. So, like, there was never even an option to slack at work ever,
No,
you
ever.
know?
No,
Now, yikes, like,
and
even
now
servers, like, waiters and waitresses, like, "I'm sorry, you want a 20% tip for what? For like, what did you do?"
what did you do? I don't know. And I mean, it was just the other day I was in a restaurant and my glass of water sat empty the whole time.
Mhm,
And it like just think the service, they're not even teaching the service, and then they hand you, there's no problem handing you, making it 20% for you, for the service. And I'm like, and then I even like the fact that like the Starbucks or anything you're driving through, there's a little part that you can tip them. And I'm like, well, what service? I'm in the drive-through.
tip culture is out of control. I don't know if it's like this in the States. Ron, let us know in the comments. In Canada, it is out of control.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone wants a tip. Subway, that's a big one. Subway always asks for a tip, and I have to do it before they give me my sub. So then they know and they go, "Oh, do you want your receipt?" And I go, "No, sorry." And I like quickly grab it. Like I almost have shame for not tipping them, but I'm just like, why would I tip you for doing your job? Like it's not an extra service. Like when you have a waitress or a waiter and they're filling up your drinks, bringing you cutlery, bringing your
Yeah.
food. How is your food? That's a full service where I get to sit there and do nothing and
Mhm.
they bring it to me. But if I'm going to the counter,
Yes.
what are they doing? They're literally doing their job. So they want a tip for their job. It very much frustrates me. And
Mhm.
and I always do it because I'm a huge sucker. Like I always
Yeah.
give the people the tips because I'm just like, okay.
But that's the thing is it's more of their expectations, and it's back in the day, they used to give the customers the exceed expectations for the customer, right?
Mhm,
Now,
mhm.
that no, they're expecting us to tip them. That's their expectations. It's just
Mhm.
bizarre how it's just
A
completely out.
girlfriend of mine lives in Vancouver, and she said there's been a couple places near her house that asked for tips. The first one was a Circle K, so a gas station, convenience store. The second place was the liquor store. Why are these people asking for tips? Like, if you can't afford to live in Vancouver, don't do it.
Right,
Go
right,
somewhere rural.
right,
Your money will go
exactly.
a heck of a lot further.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tip culture is out of control for like it's like a shrinkflation thing. Like, as the money and the costs and everything goes up and like the service and the quality go down. It's
Mhm,
horrible.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, and I
So,
used to like it where you had a server go above and beyond, and that was like I would give extra because that's,
yeah.
but there's no choice for me anymore. Some places you go in and it's already added, the 18% is already added.
Mhm.
And I didn't even realize that, I never checked it.
I mean, 18 significant. I served for a lot of years, like during university, and I do not remember ever getting 18 because it just wasn't 10, maybe 12 if you're lucky. And then you have your tip out on top of that. So that's like
Right.
6%. So you're really leaving with like 6% max.
Hmm. Yeah.
Crazy. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. No, it's
You're
just
right, Ron. It
salty.
did used to be 10%,
Yeah, it used to be 10%. Yeah, 10%. And that
which was
was easy to
easy.
figure out.
Yeah, especially in Canada or in Alberta. Like we only have 5% GST here. We don't
Yeah,
have PST. So like we just double our GST and then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now
And then,
maybe triple it, maybe. It depends what it is though. I mean, like if I'm spending, I don't know, like let's say I went to a restaurant, I just went and had a coffee and a dessert, my bill is $10. Like I don't know, you feel cheap giving them $1 as a tip, but like realistically, I don't know. What else would
mhm,
you give them?
I don't know. That's
Mhm,
that I don't know about that. And you know what? Just think about this. So I went to, just for example, the hairdresser,
mhm,
get my hair done, and I always tip my hairdresser.
mhm.
This happened to be a day that I bought some products, right? So, the products and want my hair done, and then I got the bill, and then I looked, and so I'm figuring out the tip because I just see the total,
On
and I
top of the
realized
subtotal,
I
yeah,
tipped on the freaking products.
that's
How does
annoying.
that even make sense?
Right. Yeah, there okay, so in Alberta, in the mountains, there's a Nordic spa, which is very cool. It's expensive to get in, it's about $120 to get in, I would say. Or you can do it where you get a massage and admission for 300. So it's like your massage is like $180. It's insanely
Mhm,
expensive. Or maybe it's 150, 150. Either way, it's a higher price to go get a massage there than anywhere. They have a mandatory tip on the massage, and it is on that 300. It is not on what the massage costs. So I'm like, can I just pay my own tip? And they're like, nope, it's built in. I'm like, okay, well then can I pay the tip on what the massage is? And they were like, no, the massage is $300. You're getting the admission for free, is what they say. I'm like,
oh,
well, not really, because it cost me $150 to get in this place. Like,
right, exactly,
it's
yeah.
wild. Yeah, tip culture is out of control for like very
Mhm,
little reward. And so that, yeah, like when somebody does go out of their way, we definitely, as tippers, will go out of our way.
mhm,
But I
mhm.
don't know. I don't want to be forced to do it. You're right. Starbucks does it. I get messages after the fact. Like if I've used my app at Starbucks to like pay, scan, whatever, I get a text after saying, don't forget to tip your server, tip digitally now.
Yeah, yeah, yes, exactly,
Yeah. Like
everything
I've
is
already left. Don't keep shaming me into this.
don't tip shame me.
It is tip shame.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't know. It's a crazy culture. But I can only imagine Ontario is probably the same as Alberta. It's like
Oh,
you're getting people in the service industry who don't even wanna make eye contact with you, don't even have a conversation with you, have 0 interest in your life. They're literally just there, take your order and go.
yeah, and then we have 13% tax, right,
Yeah,
compared to
that's
the
wild.
5%, so then we have our 20% tip. So that's just crazy. I'm paying more just to go there instead of what I'm getting actually.
Yeah, you're better off just, like, staying home and making meals and
Mhm.
well, not
Exactly.
that groceries are much cheaper, but
Yeah, yeah.
ugh, wild. What a time to be alive. Great time to
Mm,
be a young person in the service industry, that's for sure. You
mhm.
just do half the work and get double the amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. That's true, though. They're making a lot of money.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, a
do.
lot of money. Yeah,
Yeah,
servers can really do well if they're in the right place, that's for sure.
yeah.
So here's another profession who are paid very well, so should have the best service ever. Doctors very recently, just actually a day or 2 ago, have made a critical error, on a patient in the States here. So doctors playing music bingo missed that their patient had stopped breathing during a routine surgery.
Oh,
Isn't this
wow.
terrible?
Oh.
So, a settled lawsuit has alleged that 2 doctors were distracted playing a game of music bingo. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good music challenge, music trivia. I probably would veer off into that as well. However, if you were doing surgery, if you were the surgeon doing the surgery, you need to be focused.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, during it was just a routine eye surgery too. Failed to notice that their patient had stopped breathing, an oversight that ended up proving fatal. The patient
Oh,
died. This is
oh.
horrible. Bart Reiter was the name of the guy who died. He was only 56 and he died shortly after undergoing cataract surgery at Insight Surgery Center in Lone Tree, Colorado. It was a couple years ago, but it just got settled
Mhm,
this week. Now, the lawsuit was filed by his widow, claimed that the distraction of the music bingo game was contributing to the operating room staff's failure to monitor his vital signs during the procedure and ultimately led to his death. 100%, I agree with that. I
mhm.
would 1000% have a lawsuit.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the question is like, how did his spouse
Find
know
out.
that there was bingo going on? Because
Yeah,
I feel like that's
how did
one of
they
those things.
find out someone well,
I feel like I would definitely like not
yeah.
ever tell anybody that.
Well, I'm thinking it's probably one of the, the nurses or one of the like, yeah. They had
Mhm.
to. There's talk, right? There's chatter.
Mhm. And well, I mean, someone, probably one of the nurse or the staff said something to somebody, and it got out, right?
Mhm.
So the surgeon was Dr. Carl Stark Johnson and Dr. Michael Urban, the anesthesiologist, and they regularly played this music-themed bingo game during operations. The game involved listening to 70s and 80s songs and linking band names to the letters bingo, according to court documents. Johnson, who'd performed over 25,000 cataract surgeries, blamed Urban for silencing critical monitoring alarms without informing the surgical team. He added that he relied on the anesthesiologist to monitor the patient's condition. Well, I mean, that's kind of true. Like, that's the anesthesiologist's job.
That's his job.
So if he would, but like if he's, let's say the patient's here, anesthesiologist is here, he's looking that way, playing bingo. If this guy is, also paying attention because he's also the surgeon and the doctor, they should, kind of both be doing it together. Yeah, anesthesiologist is like mostly responsible, but there's other people in the room.
They're all a
Where
team.
where was everybody? There's nurses, there's
Yeah.
techs, like where was everybody?
Mhm.
So, this doctor, the Johnson, was saying, I know he wasn't paying attention to the vital signs and doing his job. Okay, well, like, were you doing your job also? Urban, the anesthesiologist, whose Colorado medical license has since expired, maintains he acted appropriately. Now he's practicing in Oregon, so he's moved north since this whole issue dropped. He said through an attorney that he stands by his care and disputes Johnson's account of the events. That's crazy. Both Johnson and Urban have admitted during depositions that they had played bingo during this fellow's surgery. We continually listen to the radio and we categorize the songs. I don't know. Like it sounds like something they just did all the time. And in this case, it was a freak accident that nobody noticed. It's a shame. It's heartbreaking.
Mhm.
But I would for sure sue. I don't care who was at fault. Like the whole team is getting
Yeah,
thrown into the wolves
yeah,
here.
it's because you're on autopilot doesn't give you, you know what I mean? These so routine and so autopilot that you're
Yeah,
forgetting the workplace safety, right? Yeah, that's gotta
mm,
be most and foremost, and that
for sure.
happens in a lot of places.
I
So,
think it does.
you know
So I guess this answers our question from before. It says that the family learned about music bingo through another doctor who was not present during the procedure. The spouse says that this other doctor says, I'm telling you this because I think it is a major distraction. So the spouse hired a team of lawyers to take the depositions of the surgeons and the anesthesiologist. Okay, so it's just someone, in their goodwill was like, hey, I've been around, I've been in surgery with these guys. This is distracting. This is what it is. You should probably
Mhm.
contact a lawyer. So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of interesting that somebody would do that.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, well, because it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no. And this is the other crazy part. It says that audible alarms had been
Snitches get
turned.
stitches.
Stitches get stitches. Yeah, well, in this case, stitches are a good thing.
Yeah.
The audible alarms had been turned off apparently, and this guy's body was draped for surgery, so no one noticed his skin turning blue, which is an indication of oxygen deprivation. Uh, Insight staff noticed his abnormal vital signs 11 minutes into surgery, according to notes obtained by this news team. But by the time Ryder is the guy who died, was transferred to the medical center a mile and a half away, it was too late. An autopsy listed cardiac arrest caused by oxygen deprivation as the cause of death.
Wow, that's crazy.
His
That's a long
negligence.
time not to pay attention to your patient. Oh, 11
I mean,
minutes?
yeah, their skin is draped, but there has to be other signs than just blue skin. Like, you have to be diligent. And this makes me nervous for surgeries. Are they all playing? Maybe
No,
next time I go under the knife, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, no music bingo,
no
nothing,
music
no
bingo.
fun. Just like focus on making sure I'm awake at the end of this."
Mhm, mhm.
Crazy, crazy story. I saw it and I thought, "There's no way we're not doing this story." Wild. It's wild
Yeah,
what some people do. Like, just I know it's an accident, and I'm sure it's gonna haunt these doctors for life, but, I mean, it's worse so for his family, the guy's family.
yeah, it is, it is. I mean, there's a lot obviously, they do have a lot of chatter going on in the rooms. I was in surgery one time, but because I was pregnant, I couldn't be put out completely,
Mhm.
so I just had the
Conscious
local.
sedation.
Yeah, so they were talking about their golf game.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they were.
And I could hear the zzz, the screw going in. I had 6 screws and 2
Lord,
plates put in my
that's
ankle.
terrifying. I
But it
had
was all their talk about their golf. All the
yeah.
talk you could hear.
So, yeah, like, this isn't surgery, but I had to take an ambulance a couple years ago, and I was, like, high as a kite because I was trying to self-medicate stuff for cancer. Anyway, I'm in the hospital at this point, still waiting on the stretcher because 'cause they're waiting for a bed for me, and I'm, like, in and out of consciousness because they had to give me something to calm down, and I can hear them and my husband talking about camping. I remember saying, like, in my high state, I'm like, "Camping, guys, really? I'm dying." And they're like my husband's
Yeah,
like, "Oh my god, Becky, like, you're not dying, and we needed to talk about something." But
yeah.
yeah, and then in Mexico, I had surgery, and it was like a whole different world. Like, the anesthesiologist was so good looking, and naturally, again, I'm high because they've medicated me here. I'm like, I have to tell him that he's so good looking. And then he tells me I'm also good looking. And then when I wake up, like a couple hours or an hour, however long it was later, he's standing over me and he's like, "Hi, beautiful. Good morning." And I'm like, "Oh my God, my anesthesiologist is so hot." And then in the background, all of the nurses and staff, like in the recovery room, are having a party. It was like salsa music, like crazy. So, I mean, it there are definitely, like, different standards in different places,
Mhm, mhm.
but I
Yeah,
liked it. I also thought it was fun that it was, like, so low key, like, it wasn't so serious and just all you hear is beeping. It was like it was a party,
yeah.
but
Couple of
yeah.
shots of tequila. That's probably
Yeah,
what
right. "Hey, this'll make you feel better. Give me the tequila. I should have asked for it." You don't even need anesthesiologist here, just get a bartender.
Yeah, yeah.
They were amazed you woke up wrong. No, it was just a simple surgery.
You were amazed they had a party.
You're like, "Wow, this worked." No, I'm okay, I'm gonna
This
put this out there. If anybody is looking into medical tourism, do it. Mexico is insane. I've had 2 surgeries in Mexico. They are fantastic. The
Mhm.
care that you get, it is nothing like Canada. Canada is very everyone's like, "Oh, you have free healthcare." No, we have garbage healthcare that just happens to be free. Like,
Yeah,
you might luck out and get a doctor who really cares and wants to pursue things. Otherwise, you see your doctor for approximately 3 minutes and then get out.
and you're only allowed to talk about one thing or
One
t
topic,
that's
and
it,
you have waited 6 months for this conversation.
yeah. You have
No,
to
Mexico is
schedule
the place to be.
schedule an appointment to talk about something else. It's like, oh, yeah,
Mhm,
no, it's crazy. So it's nothing free. I laugh when they say that healthcare is free.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great experience as far as, like, cancer goes. They rushed me through everything, maybe just because of the severity of it and my age and the stage and whatever.
Mhm.
I never had any issues in that department. I always had care right away, but I know other people going through cancer who, like they're like, "Well, I have to wait 9 months to get an MRI." And I'm like, "You have cancer. Like, what are they thinking?"
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think anyone who's looking into medical tourism should absolutely do it because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're never going to make our timeline here, so I'll pick up
Okay.
the pace. Let's talk working from home.
Working from home. That is a topic of the trending topic right now, working
Mhm.
from home. And it's basically just the work-life benefits. They find it's more the flexibility,
I love
you're able
working
to
from home.
reduce the commute, and it just increases your personal time.
Mhm.
But 2025, they finding the challenges is actually the blurring of the boundaries. The lines between work and home can become blurred and making
Oh,
it
yeah.
difficult to disconnect and actually relax.
Yes, I can absolutely attest for that. During 2020 to 2022, I worked from home, where my day would normally be 8 to 4. It was now, I don't know, 7 or 8 till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. I would just go get my computer, do work. My husband would give me crap. "Why are you working?" "I don't know. Stuff's gotta get done." He's like, "Your day ended 6 hours ago. Are you getting paid for this?" "No, you're not."
Mhm. Yeah, and also the other challenge is isolation too. Just remote work can lead to
Mhm.
social isolation if it's not
That's
addressed,
true.
you know?
I mean, for me, working from home was during COVID, so it's like everyone was pretty isolated anyway.
Mhm,
And, in the position that I was in, I worked with like, I was constantly on the phone, with our foreman. Like, we had probably 50 foremen, so there was never a dull conversation, let's put it that way. Me as the only female with a whole bunch
mhm,
of foremen, it was never a dull moment. So I didn't feel lonely per se or isolated per se, but, I really did wanna go again, that customer service thing, I wanted to go out, like, so much further in the customer service department for them than I really needed to or was being paid for.
mhm.
So I was like, "Oh, you need this product? No worries. I'll just drive it myself to you."
Oh, okay,
Like,
yeah.
why? Just hire somebody to do that or tell him he can wait till tomorrow when the delivery comes. But it was like, yeah, too much. No boundaries.
Yeah, and then it with it 'cause Forbes, they were saying too, just with the burnout, they're
Mhm,
seeing a lot more burnout because you are constantly working,
mhm.
you know, and you're not managing your days more effectively, and I think sometimes you're actually doing less productive work.
Yeah, I could see that. I think, having the boundaries of a start time and an end time, and then a drive
Mhm,
that, obviously you don't want to wait any longer because, maybe traffic, the drive is long, you need to make dinner, you have family, whatever. But if I can go from my office in my house, go quickly make dinner, and then go back, because I've walked 4 steps to the kitchen
mhm,
and back. Yeah,
mhm.
you're right. It really does blur those lines. I could see the burnout for sure. Ron, I've been so tired lately. Yes, that's because you put a lot of effort into this show.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I see it, and sometimes I find that if I'm not sure what I want to, like, write about, I can look around and I start doing other tasks. So I have
Mhm,
sometimes, the opposite of actually just staying in focused and trying to
mhm,
do something where I can look around "Oh, can I do this? I'll do this, and I'll do this." So I had to try to find my, um actually, what do you being accountable, showing up for myself because all of a sudden now this is my business, my company, and that I found
mhm,
was really different. And now I've kind of, like I said, stepped over the other side where I am on my computer way too much.
mhm.
But I'm thinking, well, okay, well, someday it'll get it'll be
It'll
worth it.
pay off
But this is the day you're supposed to enjoy it, so I have to stop with that someday
for
and
sure.
just make it, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it at this time, my break, and do it at this time.
for
So it
sure.
really changed my pacing.
I'm in the process of that as well. So I just started working from home post disability leave. So I have clients that come in, and then after they leave, I write them this super long report. Now, a lot of it is copy and pasted from like a main
Mhm,
report, but I tailor it all very specific. And my husband keeps saying to me, like, why is it taking you so long to write reports after your customer or your client leaves? I'm like, well, I want to tailor it to them. But now I'm working on more of like a checklist. So if I see stuff in them, because I do blood analysis. So like if I
mhm,
see stuff
mhm.
in their blood, like instead of writing a big paragraph about it, I've checked it off. Like at some point, you have to give people the responsibility to research stuff. If I'm telling you, you've got low iron, what does that mean for you? I don't have to explain what low iron is. I could just say, hey, you've got low iron. You should read about it.
Right, right, right.
So that's what I'm working on. It's just to make boundaries a little bit more because there are nights where if I've got multiple clients in a day, I'm sitting with my computer 10, 11 midnight, writing up reports. So
Yes. Yeah, it takes a toll.
it does take a toll. Yeah, it can get exhausting a little
And
bit, that
then at
working
the
from
end of the
home.
day, you're looking like, it doesn't get you ahead, that's the thing,
No.
It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, to be honest.
Mhm,
So, yeah, definitely an example, getting a checklist, that is perfect, that's a perfect idea, working smarter.
mhm.
Mhm.
Well, I know, like, where I went to school for this, the instructor had a big checklist, and I'm going, "Okay, I learned just as much from her meeting or, like, her appointment with her than I do, like, with my clients and my 15 pages of notes." Like, I went
Mhm.
to one practitioner,
Mhm.
that was for iridology, so where they look at your eye and see all the, like, dots and lines and let you know if you've got, like, any sort of diseases or illnesses or whatever. But she didn't write up anything for me. She was like, "Oh, you have this here." She pulled out, like, already written articles and handed it to me. So I left with a stack like that, but I actually never read any of them after.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think a checklist is a little more concise. I have a lot of men that come to me where women, like they want to hear more. They want to read more. They want to research more. A man is like, and I've had men tell me this multiple times, just tell me what I need to go buy
Yeah,
or
that's it.
just tell me how to take it. That's it. They
Mhm.
don't want to know why they have something. If I say you've got low iron, okay, I don't care. How do I fix it?
Yeah, they wanna just fix it. They're more on the solution than the problem, right?
Yeah, where me, like, I need to explain everything to death. So, boundaries. Again, if I'm gonna work from home or work for myself, and I don't have a boss that, gives me the guidelines, I have to really set those for myself.
Yes, exactly. That's a
That's tough.
work-home life balance, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
who have we
then you
got
have
here?
your own.
Ignacio River is here. Good morning. From Kick, it looks like. We are live on Kick.
We are
Rhode
live
Island
on Kick.
Broadcasting. Yeah, I guess so. I've never been on Kick, but we're
Good
live on it.
morning, Kick. Yeah.
Um, so what is it that you do for work? Can you share it here?
Yeah, well, and so I'm the creator of the Zendova method. It's a transformational system to help high achieving women, in midlife turn menopause into their rebirth.
Oh,
Mm.
that's cool. Love that.
Yeah, it's
R
exciting. I love it. And it's just, it's on the launch now. And I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 40 years. My first go at it was when I was 16, when I got my aerobics instructors at the YMCA. And I haven't looked back. I've got every certification in health, nutrition, sports, coaching.
You're
And then
amazing.
the
This is
last
why
10
you
years,
fit your 14-year-old jacket.
when I was
Well,
14, yeah,
14.
basically I'm still the same size after,
Exactly.
when
You
I
know
went
why? Because
through
you take care of
I'm a
yourself.
woman, that's it. There you go.
Okay, well, now that I know all this, I have to have you on my own personal podcast because
Ah,
we talk to people in the health and wellness space. So
and the
we'll talk
last
after the show.
10 years has just been amazing. I've been talking with women going through the change of life. And just because it's never been talked about, all
Mhm.
these years, I never once talked about it. I had no
Yeah,
idea when I was going through what was happening to my body. Never
yeah.
once trained on it at all.
Wow. And there's a lot of stigma around it too.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like hush hush, but actually, like, it's really not a big deal.
it
And they
happens. It's just
say
a fact. Hello.
exactly, it's just a fact. And they also say that it's not supposed to be painful or tiring or brain fog or it's supposed to just be an easy transition.
Mm.
Not the case. Not the
Well,
case.
it's not the case because who said it's supposed to be easy? Let me tell you who said it, right? So, no, that's not. The fact that we never even were studied until 1993.
That's crazy for as long as humans have been around.
1993, FDA, the International Health Institute, nothing was ever studied on females until 1993. That's when it was legislated that females were now to be studied on. So the medication they were taking that was before 1993 was all studied on men.
Oh my gosh. This is why
Mic drop.
in our earlier years, it was like, oh, this woman has hysteria. Give her a vibrator and some cocaine. Okay, perfect. She's better. Give her a lobotomy.
Actually, the early years, hysteria, they used to just lock you up. That's back in
Oh
the
my
day.
gosh. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad that we started doing research on women. It seems only fair since we're 50% of the population.
That's only fair. I like what you said. It's only fair, right?
Only fair that we have
You're like
research.
about being fair, aren't you, Becky?
I like equality. You know, like I was in the construction world for 10 years and it's like I never got the same benefits or credit that the men did. And why? Because I was female. It's crazy. And maybe in Ontario it's different. Maybe in the States it's different. In Alberta,
No,
it is not different. It is a
no.
cowboy boys club
Mm,
in Alberta,
yeah,
unfortunately. And it's like I worked, maybe that's why my boundaries were so blurred, or maybe that's why my customer service was so high, because all I was doing was just trying to prove that I'm just as worthy as the rest of the people that work there.
people pleasing, that's basically what we have always been known for, right?
Yes, and that is a big thing I've had to work through post sickness because I'm starting to realize like I just don't have the energy to people please. You know, like before it'd be like I'd have coworkers I didn't even like being around, but it'd be like, "Hey, you want to go get a drink after work? You want to hang out? You want to chat? Let's, and now it's like I can't even
Mhm,
imagine going back into that corporate space and trying to have those conversations with people because at the end of the day I just don't even care anymore.
right,
You
yeah,
know? So the people pleasing, that was a big thing I had to work on in the post-cancer
mhm,
counseling, because it really had a hold on me, like, you have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way, you have to have 0 boundaries because you have to please everybody, and it was honestly exhausting, so
mhm. It is exhausting. And that's just the idea of when we've taken care of, everyone else, everyone
Mhm.
else with this time in this phase of life, you gotta spend the next, 30, 40 years. At this phase, you need to prioritize your health, right? It's not about,
Totally.
adding, years to your life. This stage is about adding life to your years. So that's why it's
Yes.
the education that I've given out is I just love it. Like, I am here to serve women at the highest level, and I just feel amazing doing it.
Okay, I'm very excited. I need you on my show. Need it. We'll talk after the
Okay.
show. All right, we got about 10 minutes left here. So let's talk about careers.
Mhm.
Well, careers that you could have. These are college degrees that you didn't know existed. Some of these are ridiculous, and maybe you've known about these things. I had no idea that some of these were even real. So the first one is a diploma in clowning arts.
Clowning.
So in Russia, you can go to school to be a clown. The program blends miming, physical theater, comedic timing, and improvisation in clown arts.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In UC Berkeley Center, you can get a Bachelor of Arts in psychedelics.
Psychedelics, like psychedelics?
Yeah, like it explores how hallucinogens affect consciousness, cognition, therapeutic outcomes. So, like
That you
mushrooms,
need to take, like, the
mush-
mushrooms and all that
mushrooms
stuff.
and acid, I guess.
That classroom must be just whacked out.
Yeah, for 4 years. Now this is
4
saying that this is
years.
an emerging field, and it's connecting anthropology, psychiatry, and pharmacology,
Mm,
and mental health. So it's
mhm.
very interesting, I guess, how, they're seeing because there's such a big push right now for, like, microdosing and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's what they're stemming from, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this one. This is right up my alley. A Bachelor of Science in Fermentation.
Oh, yes. Fermentation, I love it.
Right? Nothing better than a sourdough and a kombucha. So this
Mhm,
is saying in Colorado State, fermentation is not just brewing either. Students are exploring health-focused ferments and even sourdough.
mhm.
Kombucha is also on this list. Perfect. So it's a mix of biotech and nutrition. So that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. It's almost like engineering, but in I don't know, culinary
Right.
science.
But definitely great gut health, right? Amazing.
Totally. Ron's saying like that meat. Yes, the shark meat from I think it was Iceland or Greenland. The fermented shark meat, that's a delicacy.
Mhm.
Gross. Okay, this is interesting. A Bachelor of Fine Arts in Comic Book Art.
Comic book
It's
art.
very specific. So Minneapolis College of Art and Design takes comic storytelling to the next level here. This curriculum includes publishing and visual history. It says that there's a huge rise right now in digital comics. So this is a niche degree and
Mm.
it's now quite a competitive route to go. It's crazy. It says that graduates build portfolios for animation studios and indie work. So
Oh, that's true because there's so many things that are animated now, right? That's the
that's true.
thing. Every
And
show is animated.
there's a
There's
big push again on comics or that
yeah.
sort of and maybe with the rise of, like, Marvel and DC, all that,
Mhm.
you can't go any time without a DC or a Marvel movie coming out in theaters, so maybe that's where this big push is coming from, but that's very, very specific to say I have a degree in comic
And
art,
comic art.
but yeah. Ron's super crap. Ron is really angry with DC right now. Ron's a purist and he's mad. Okay, this one is very interesting. This comes from, I want to say Connecticut, Yukon. It says puppet arts. You can have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in puppetry.
Puppetry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says that this is a hands-on program that's blending theatrical direction with the fine art, and a lot of these people land roles in educational program or children's television. So I guess if you want to work on Sesame Street,
Yeah,
you got
I
to have a
guess
degree in puppetry arts.
because there's always a segment with a puppet, right? On this. Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't
It
know.
seems like a
Isn't it
not
just
a
a type
degree.
of storytelling? Like, and you just put a puppet on and you tell the story.
Yeah, but, like, is it the degree like, is this a four-year degree? Yeah, bachelor. Um, I don't do you just, like, learn how to use the puppet in that time? I
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. I don't know what the degree would actually be because it's
Right.
storytelling.
It'd be different if you were in, like, broadcasting and one of the modules was puppetry.
Right, yeah. But this is a whole degree on
This
just
is a whole degree. They got a lot of puppet work in Connecticut. Ron, we need to ask Kenny about this because he lives in Connecticut. We need to find out if this is a thing.
this is a thing.
So this is an interesting one, an associate degree, applied science in farrier science. So farriers are the guys who come and cut the horse's hooves off. Apparently, this is a whole thing. So it says horseshoeing is just the start on this degree. At Hawking College, not even sure what that is, students learn hoof anatomy and equine business management. So that's like a degree in horses.
Mhm.
Horses are big business, though.
Yeah.
Horses are no joke. My sister-in-law has 3 or 4 of them. I think 3 now.
Mhm.
It is no joke. It is a
No.
lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money that
Yes,
they
yes.
put into these horses. I don't get it personally, but
There's a lot of horse farms where I am from up there, yeah.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense, and, like, there is some money to be made in horses for sure. Like,
Mhm.
these things go for, like, thousands of dollars.
Mhm.
Okay, this one's kinda cool. This one speaks to me a lot more. This is a Bachelor of Science in Adventure Education. So this is like rock climbing, rope rescue. This is done at Plymouth State Adventure Education or Plymouth State University. It's their adventure education program. They want field training over classroom lectures. See, like I'm all about that. If I had
Mhm.
to sit in a classroom and listen, that'd be awesome.
Right.
So it's one of the few degrees to combine outdoor survival and educational leadership. Now, adventure career is huge right now.
Mhm.
People are wanting to go on these, whitewater rafting trips or rock climbing
Yeah.
trips or could I be lost in a forest, with shows like Alone and what's that one like Bear Grylls, he always had his survivor shows,
Yes.
even Survivor.
Mhm. Just
People want
TV
to
shows,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. People
These
want to know that they can like make it in the forest by themselves, I guess,
Yeah.
stranded. So yeah, I like this one, the Bachelor of Science in Adventure Education.
And that is definitely because there's a lot of tourism, like, because some people have certain things on their bucket list.
Mhm.
So if you have if and they're going and they're paying for the craziest, they don't want to just go to a hotel and, to an
Easy.
island, whatever. They wanna do crazy things. So you definitely have to be that kind of a guide. So if you
Hmm.
have yeah, you would, yeah, that would.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds cool. Ron is saying that Eric Bana has a new series, Untamed, that has this kind of stuff in it. Oh, is it like a documentary type show? I imagine it's not a fiction show.
Mhm.
That's kind of
Sounds
cool.
like it, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is big probably for Canadians for sure. Bachelor of Science in Cannabis Business.
Mm,
Although where this is coming from is Pennsylvania. So I guess as the states are starting to integrate this more into, I mean, for us, it's like old news, right?
mhm.
Going into a weed store is like no big deal. But saying that the Pennsylvania Institute of Tech is offering this course, it's integrating business knowledge with cannabis specific expertise. It addresses the entire process of thriving in the business of cannabis. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Now, I've never been to Pennsylvania. I wonder if it's legal there because I think some states have it legal still, like
Uh,
Colorado, California, Washington, maybe those places are legal. But
I but do we don't have the cannabis education like that here? No.
well, I don't know. I maybe not.
No, I think I mean, they just showed up. One day when it went
They
through and
just showed
everything just showed up.
Yeah, they showed up in
Droves.
droves, yes, exactly. There I live in a small town outside of Edmonton. There's about 30,000 people here. There's probably 12 weed stores here
Mhm.
on top
Mhm.
of the, like, 45 liquor stores here because Alberta is private. It's not like LCBO.
Right,
It's,
that's
like, private here, so, like, we got 30 liquor stores, and they're all open till 2 in the morning.
mm,
Oh,
yeah.
Ron is saying it's legal in most states now. Okay, interesting. So they're following trend. Now they're like trying to legalize more like the mushrooms and again the hallucinogens or the psychedelics. So
Yeah.
that's why they have a degree on it, I guess.
Mm,
Okay, I will do two more here because we're
okay.
running out of time. This one is weird, but I mean, I guess maybe Bachelor of Arts in Manga Studies. So manga is something to do with like anime, I guess. Now, this is coming out of a Japanese university, so I guess that makes more sense. Kyoto Seiko University has the first ever manga facility uh, in 2006. Students can pursue a PhD, not even just a bachelor, a PhD
Oh,
entirely focused on manga's social relevance and storytelling techniques.
hmm.
It's actually a rigorous program and it treats manga as both art and academic literature. That's weird and interesting, but I guess culturally, because I'm not Japanese, I don't understand.
Mhm.
Okay, here's the last one I'll do. Number 10, a diploma in contemporary circus arts.
Them
So if you want to join the circus, you can get a diploma for that. Circadium's 3-year program, and it doesn't tell me where Circadium is. It's a serious circus training with creative twists. It says students master aerial skills, hand balancing, and building their own performance style. Injury prevention and storytelling are core to the curriculum. Many students go on tour or launch their own circus troupes. That's wild.
yeah, yeah. Well, they have to learn somewhere probably, right? I mean, it's like the Cirque du Soleil. They're all
Yeah.
professionals, right? But
I just assumed everyone ran away and joined the circus. Like, that's what we were taught to believe.
that's what we thought,
I
right?
didn't know you needed a degree or a diploma to do that. But I guess, like, a lot of these people probably grew up in gymnastics, right?
Mhm.
You have a gymnastics
Mhm.
background, right? Like, you need to be pretty flexible and strong and,
Yeah, yeah.
acrobatic to join the circus.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Yeah,
I'm gonna save the list. There's 10 more degrees here. I'm gonna save those for another
another
episode
time.
because those are too good not to share.
Oh, yeah, I'm interested in them.
Yeah, it's bizarre. The manga one throws me off here, like a PhD in manga. I don't
Mhm.
get it, but again, cultural. I don't get a lot of things they
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about on the show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, okay, well, that's it for today. We are at after 9 o'clock my time, after 11 o'clock your time.
Mhm.
This was episode 140 from season 2, Bark at the Moon. I like that graphic of Ozzy there. Um,
Mhm.
Make sure you check us out again on all of our socials below us here.
Perfect.
Follow, comment. If you are watching, I know there are people watching that don't comment. We would love to hear from you. So, my fellow who commented here, I can't remember your name. I'm trying to find it. Oh, Ignacio. Thank you for commenting. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Again, we'll be back. What day? Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be JJ and Kyle. And actually, we are adding in somebody else just to see how she does. Another Canadian. Her name is Sharon, and she is in Central Time, so she is on the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock slot. So we'll see how it goes. She's lovely. So check us out tomorrow for all of our hosts that are going to be joining.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks, Becky.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great day.